Hello guys, welcome back. In this video we'll look at how to work with strings in the Python shell. So if I were to just type a string, encode it in either single quotes or double quotes, it prints the same string. I could also have single quotes here and it'll print it as a string. Sometimes you might want to escape some characters like this one here. This isn't going to fail, and to make this work we use the backslash, and that will work. It's going to treat this part as a little string because I put the backslash. So this is the same if I use double quotes here. This is also going to work, but if you have double quotes here, this is going to fail, so you need to escape the double quote, and that's how you do that, right? Yeah, sometimes you want to include, so I've got hello world, but I want world to print in a new line, so I can do this, and when I press enter, nothing's going to happen. It's just going to print the whole text as text. So to make this work, I'll have to put it to a string, and then when I print str, and it prints in two different lines. So this is something that you have to make a note. So when you create a string with special characters, they will not take effect unless they're fed to the Python shell using a Python command like print or any other command for that matter. So this is something you have to note, and this could create, sometimes this could create a problem. Sometimes you might want to do something simple like this, but this is going to lead to a problem because there's a backslash n which gets treated as a new line. So you gotta pay attention when you're using the backslash character, just to make sure you know what you're escaping. Now the other thing is, if you want to add, I can say print, and I'm gonna add triple quotes, and anything I add here, like that's a command, it's not gonna work. It's just going to be treated as, let's look at comments. If I do print and I do triple quotes and say hello, this is going to print whatever string I have. So the real use of this is when you have to, you could use a backslash, enter. I probably shouldn't be doing the full command. So I go up to here, enter, and you can see the triple dot here. That means the command hasn't finished. So I can type hello, and then I can space, and then add multiple lines, world, and then close my triple quotes, and this should print hello world and a blank line. You can also add comments this way, hello, and it's just gonna have nothing. So it's just gonna print the triple dot, which means it's ignoring all the content. So with strings, you could also do this. You can say hello plus world. Let's try without the quotes. That's not gonna work. So we do this. Because it's not a valid command, it's not gonna work. So there's, it's just concatenated the two of them. Let's say I want to add space to this. I could just do this, and add a plus sign, and then it has a space in between. Right, there's something else you could do. You could say hello, and then if you do this, and then you do another double quotes, well, another two single quotes, world, this should also print hello space world. So you could technically not have the plus and still concatenate all the strings. The other thing you could do is text equals, you could have parentheses and just add two or more strings. So in this one, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. It's still a string because it's in single quotes. I'm going to say ABC, and I'm going to say 3 to 1. And if I print test, it's got 1, 2, 3, ABC, 3 to 1, all one string, no spaces because I don't have any spaces here. So interesting ways of how you can join different strings. You could follow in any of these, it doesn't matter. So similarly, if I have test variable and I want to concatenate something to it, 0, 0, 0, this is not going to work because you can't concatenate a variable to a text because they're not same types. So if I do a plus here, that should work. Right, hope that makes sense. So there's something interesting I want to show you. I've got test. So if I do test of 2, it prints 0, 1, 2, the second index, index number 2, which is the third index. So if I do test -4, it's gonna be, that's 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, so it should print C. There it is. So this is very powerful when you're working or when you have a specific use case to manipulate strings. Now the other thing is, if I want to do from 0 to 3, it's going to print 1, 2, 3. If I leave this blank, it'll print everything from 0. If I want to print from 5 onwards, I just do that, and it works the other way as well. So you could have just blank there and 6 here, so it prints 1, 2, 3 ABC. You can even do -2 to the end, which prints, so this is gonna print the string in reverse. So it starts at -2, which is ABC 1, 2, 3, 3 to 1. So it's gonna start at number 2, which is -2, and then print to the end. So that's how it prints 2 and 1. Now what happens when we, let's say I want to do, so this string has 9 characters. So if I do 8 colon, it just prints the last one. But look what happens when I do 10, right? It returns nothing. So it doesn't return an error message, it just returns a blank string because it treats it as a very long string, and then the character number 10 onwards, it's just blank. So it handles this situation gracefully, which is pretty good. So the way I was counting earlier, I didn't have to do that. I could just do len of test and it'll tell me how many characters are in that string. So it's very powerful as to what you can do. So that's pretty much what I had in mind with strings. So please like and subscribe. If you want more videos, just leave a comment. This is all for now, and I'll see you in the next one, where we'll be looking closely at the Python lists. Thank you, and see you in the next one.